What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome back to another match preview. Big game coming up this week, and I hope to God we're getting a big performance from Chelsea. But it's up to the players to put that confidence into the fans, especially after the last few games. It's Chelsea versus Manchester United. You guys already know I had to link up with my guy Saeed for this video.
Come on.
Saeed, what are you telling me, my guy? You all good?
We out here, we're fresh of a big W. Even Chelsea fans might be celebrating that W, you know what I mean?
Congratulations.
Come on. We love to see it, you know what I mean? For once we're in agreement. And yeah, man, I can't lie to you, man. I feel like I've got some restored energy for this game. I feel like for me, I think we might have to come with this with a bit of confidence. I think, yeah, man, let's bring it. Saturday showdown on my birthday as well, so we best not lose.
It's your birthday.
On Saturday. I need
tastier.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, it could be the birthday from hell, or it could be the birthday I've wanted, the perfect birthday present for me. You get me? So,
I'll tell you what, I wish you happy birthday before kickoff, because afterwards it might come with a different energy that I don't want to bring.
But nah, it's all love, man. Thanks for having me on, and hopefully it's gonna be a good game, man. Graham Potter versus Ten Hag. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's gonna be a good game, because I feel like Stamford Bridge in the last couple of games hasn't been a spectacular fixture. You know what I mean? Couple of 0-0s, couple of draws. We've got a couple of wins.
We've had a better record, though.
Better record, yeah, of course.
Tanked at the Bridge back in the day.
I know, and that's why for me, you know what I mean? Like, the rivalry for Chelsea and Man United in Stamford Bridge, it's been one case or the other. Like, I want to see a good game as well, but I feel like the games between Chelsea and United haven't been the greatest in the last couple of years. So let's bring that rivalry, because I think it's one of the traditional rivals in the Premier League that nobody talks about. Mourinho versus Fergie, the fact that you guys stopped us from winning 2 Premier League trophies. That
I grew up on you lot free-peating on my head, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And you never win 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, we love that song.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been a really big rivalry, like when we were younger and growing up. And
of course.
It has petered out a little bit. It really has.
It is, I know.
Could be the perfect fixture, 4th v 5th. I think you're a point behind us or something.
I still can't believe that, you know. For the way that Chelsea have been this little, but it just shows you that Chelsea didn't have really a great start to the season, did they? When you think about it, like, they were, and they kind of clawed it back under Graham Potter, got a few wins on their belt, back-to-back wins. But it just shows you, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a perfect opportunity for Man United to make a statement and be like, right, we're going to go into this top 4 race, because I think Newcastle are playing Tottenham. So whoever draws in that game, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to be dropping points. So it's going to be a big one, man. And I feel like, and I think Chelsea haven't been great in the Premier League for the last couple of years. They need to make a statement in this Premier League. Man United need to show where they are in terms of Ten Hag and whatnot. So it's going to be a good battle, man. And I think for me, tactically as well, don't underestimate my manager. And also, I have full respect to Graham Potter. I think he's an outstanding coach, outstanding manager. I think he's a brilliant tactician. Finally, he's got his big job. You have to be patient, Chelsea fan, because I feel like he will get it right over there. So yeah, man, it's going to be a good game, bro. It's going to be a good game.
Completely hear that. And we were talking about the table as well. If you beat us, God forbid, ain't you going to be like a point or so off Man City, I think? Because we're meant to be a point behind them if we beat Brentford. And so we should probably be like 2 or 3. Because they didn't play Arsenal in midweek, did they?
Yeah, they didn't play Arsenal midweek. And obviously they'll play them in January, I think, next time. And we have 2 games in hand. Obviously, everybody has that 1 game extra because of when the Queen passed away and whatnot. But we still have a game in hand against Crystal Palace, I think it is, or Leeds. So one of the games we have a game in hand. And then, man, I think... yours is Liverpool. So, you know, I don't know if it's a game in hand or if it's one of them where you try and not lose that game and you come out with a draw.
Could have had them at the right time, because they've been so
I know.
We're going to get them in the second half of the season twice. It's perfect.
Exactly. Whereas I feel like we're going to be playing Leeds at a good time, because they're playing shit in a minute. And Palace, I've been watching them. You know, they've been going a goal behind. And I think, you know what I mean, a better team gets the second and third goal. But you know what? For us, it's all about getting into the top 4. I think for Chelsea, I don't think they're thinking about a title race. I don't think they're thinking about winning the Premier League. I think this season is about getting that top 4, securing that top 4, and then kind of pushing on from there, winning a few trophies here and there. Which is a pretty of a shame, because I think Chelsea have always been that team where you've kind of almost thought, no matter how badly they're playing, or no matter how their managerial situation is going. You always put them in that kind of title race, etc., etc. Because they've always been that team where they've been very, very efficient in what they do. You know what I mean? So, and they win trophies by any means necessary. It's that mentality at Chelsea. You win trophies. That's what you do at the football club. So, and both teams are kind of not transitioning, but they're trying to almost learn where they are now. Ten Hag long-term approach. You would think Graham Potter as well, long-term approach, isn't it?
Yeah, him, and also the new ownership as well. Because to me, the mentality that they have is going to be what trickles down to the club. Like Abramovich had a massive winning mentality. He would refuse to lose. Before the first Champions League, he'd sack a manager just for not winning it. And that trickled down to the club. We had a winning mentality as a result of that. I'm not going to say it will change under Bowley. Like I don't think we're going to be free spending after a few years. I think we're going to be a lot more smarter and base our transfers on data analysis and all of that. But the winning mentality, I think, can still stay there. But it's about instilling it immediately, because now is the turnaround. So now is going to be where you state your foundations, you show where you stand and where you want the club to be. And I'm not saying nothing about Bowley and the others. I think they've done a great job. Even if the signings haven't been too cool signings, I think the signings have been great for us. They haven't been our issue. Our issue's more been the players that are still here. But that's up to Potter to figure out. But even in that, what's your thoughts been on Chelsea under Potter anyway?
I think they've been lucky in the last 2 games. I can't lie to you, but other than that, you still can see a little bit of an identity the way they want to play. He's still learning. I think you won't see the full Graham Potter style maybe this season. You won't probably see the whole idea of Graham Potter because again, this is not his players, so it would be unfair to judge him with this group of players. Yes, there's an element of you've got to improve players while you're there, and you've got to show a bit of capabilities in terms of your own tactical element. But in terms of expecting a lot from this group of players, you know what I mean? Yes, they'll be there regardless, because that's what managers have been always the kind of brunt of it. They've been the one that having to go, and the players still stay there. But I think under Graham Potter, you know what I mean, they've shown some promising signs in the early few games. The last 2, I think they've got very, very lucky. Kepa's been outstanding, unbelievable kind of, rise back up, after being ousted in the bench for the last couple of years. So, yeah, Chelsea, again, you can't really judge him. How many games have been there? 5, 6 games, if that?
5, 6 games, and I do think the run looks a lot better than it really is. But we'll take the wins. We do need to catch up.
Exactly.
Like you said, it's all about taking it a game at a time, and we did get really lucky. That's why I'm a bit worried coming up to this fixture, because you guys have looked good under Ten Hag. From the limited I've seen, you guys look completely different. It's not hard to be any better than you are, to be worse than you were under Ollie, but you guys have skyrocketed. Absolutely skyrocketed. What do you feel of the new season under Ten Hag? In terms of the pros, there's probably been some cons as well, but you probably feel a lot better than you did last season.
Bro, 100%, bro. I think for me, a lot of people are painting a bad picture of Ten Hag in terms of the first 2 games. And I think he will have his kind of almost, why did I give certain players a chance? Should have, even he will be self-critical and think, should not have played Maguire, should not have done this, should not have done that. And I think for me, he gave a lot of opportunities for certain players that he should not have given. And the first game was a shock. Welcome to the Premier League. The second game is where I think he will kind of look, I think, man, I should not have played the same team. And that's when I think, from that game onwards, we went on a 4-game winning streak. We're very, very solid defensively. People can say, well, it's been 1-0, have been lucky. But if you look at the games, we've been controlled 1-0. Leicester barely had a chance. Southampton barely had chances. We never, ever really let people get us. I think for me, you know what I mean, defense is where you have to build yourself as a manager. Win that defense and then get straight up to the team. And you've seen that as a manager. He's evolved. He started from the defense, and now you see the midfield battle now all of a sudden looks completely different. Casemiro in there is looking, is oozing right now. Now the attack, Anthony, you seen it? Yeah. You seen Anthony, Rashford. They're all thriving now up front. So it was a gradual build up, and it was a gradual kind of improvement. And now we're starting to see the fruits of it. Don't get me wrong, it's not fully there, but I think for every United fan now, it's encouraging signs that, you know what, things are starting to take shape now. And you know what I mean? I think for me, it's just taking it game by game. I know it's only cliche, but we're taking it game by game. We're analysing each game now. And now we're moving into a Chelsea game where United fans should be confident, because like I said, Chelsea early in their progress, they're not a team that should be feared. They've got talent, don't get me wrong, but it's not as if Chelsea are clicking. It's not as if Chelsea are far away from us in their process. So it should be an even battle. And I think when it's an even battle, then you can say, right, I can be confident in my team working and performing better than Chelsea. So, it's all good, man. I'm liking it, man. I'm happy. You know what I mean? Makes a change when last season I was suffering, man. Every night I was suffering under Ollie. And obviously under Ragnick, it wasn't the guy, it was the interim. So yeah, man, I'm buzzing me, man, with Ten Hag.
Yeah, one person who we do have to touch on just based on the news today, who doesn't seem as happy and buzzing.
Yeah.
Ronaldo. What one for Ronaldo? What's been going on with this thing, like walking off at the end of the Tottenham game and everything? Well, what's been going on?
Disrespectful, man. That's what I say about Ronaldo, mate. He's basically what he's done is he's been selfish because he hasn't thought about the team and he's thought about himself again. And that for me, you can't have that as a Man United fan. You know what I mean? To put yourself first and be like, oh, I should be on the pitch because I'm Ronaldo. No, the manager picks you. So if the manager's not picking you, you shouldn't be holding a grudge against him. You shouldn't be saying, around, I'm better than you and I'm better than this team. So I'm going to walk off. Not only did he walk off, he actually left the stadium. He didn't stay behind and for the celebration and whatnot. Yeah, so he walked off. Apparently left the stadium and didn't really say anything to the manager. And now he's been banned for the next game against Chelsea, and he's not training with anyone. He's training alone, and he deserves it, man. You don't make it all about yourself when we've just had the best game that Old Trafford has seen in a few years, and you make it all about yourself. Come on, man. Yeah, honestly, we were that great, and for him to make it all about him, I just feel like it's just so.
I could get that then. Like, if it's that big, like you've had a performance you haven't seen in ages.
Yeah.
But I completely get that. I totally 100%. And it shows more about Ten Hag. Like,
there you go.
Really has the balls for that.
And this is why you got to give massive credit to Ten Hag, because he could have said, you know what? It's Ten Hag. It's Ronaldo. It's the GOAT. I don't want to upset fan base. I don't want to upset this person, that person. But I'm glad he did it. And you know what? I'm sick of these Ronaldo fanboys that don't want to give him any excuse under the sun. Oh, mate, I can't. Honestly, man, there's certain players you can back here, but when you can't see from right and wrong, that's when, for me, I start to doubt you as a person. If you can't understand what's right and what's wrong, if you can't, then I'm sorry. There's no point talking to them. And I've started to realize that. And most of them online are just following Ronaldo. That's all they are. They just follow Ronaldo. They don't follow United. That's why I don't want them in my fan base, because they're just supporting a player rather than supporting a team and what the Ten Hag and what the manager wants. Like, come on,
they're now all backing Potter to smash United on Saturday. And the maddest thing is, I thought he would have started, because I can't lie, your depth is a bit mad. I looked at your bench for the last game and it looks like half youth players. There's no way you would have played the same 11 2 days after this, would you?
This is what I'm saying. And there was probably a reason why he took off Ronaldo when he took him off. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he just looked like he wasn't the player he was. Then Ronaldo, we should have seen the warning signs, because the guy took about 20 minutes to come off the pitch. Like, what are you doing, mate? Get off that pitch. We're 0-0. Run off that pitch and make an effort for the team, because we're basically losing a couple of seconds when you're not going off the pitch quickly enough. So for me, I just think it was a bit pathetic. And I think for me, ultimately, I think it's the end of the road for Ronaldo. He will be let go in January. I think it's best for both parties. He should have left in the summer, but again, nobody wanted him. Obviously, Todd Bowley, there was rumours of he wanted him or whatnot, but end of the day, nothing materialised.
In January, isn't he? I was down for it, but as soon as we got Aubameyang, it's like, it's pointless. We don't need him now.
But you know what it is, though? It just depends on how clubs are desperate in January. If they do see Ronaldo as a viable option, he will go there, and he will go to Chelsea. We don't know what Todd Bowley's like. If Todd Bowley undermines Graham Potter and Graham Potter doesn't want him, then the fans will be on Todd Bowley's case. I don't think Todd Bowley does that.
If he signs, I think he's undermined it. There's no way Potter wants Ronaldo. I don't see any logical reason. The only reason was before Ubba joined. Now, we don't even need him. Ubba is brilliant. Like, even the limited time I've seen him, his link-up play is good. He finishes his chances. Probably offers more than what Ronaldo would do now.
There you go. So at the end of the day, you don't need him. So like I said, I think Ronaldo is a luxury player. He's a player that, for me, I enjoyed him at our football club. I see the best years of Ronaldo. Right now, it was a fairy tale when he came back. We loved it, but I think it's time to end that story now and move on to a different book now. I think for me, Ronaldo, you move on. I think he's always been about himself. I think he's always wanted it for him, and I don't know, man. It leaves a bad taste in people's mouths in terms of, you know what, it's very sour, man. It didn't have to end like this. It didn't. It didn't have to end like this, man.
Gone out sad, and he might have ruined his legacy as well in the process.
Bro, you might have ruined his legacy in the process, and only people who I think will truly understand that are the people who watch football for what it is, and this is it, man. You know what I mean? It's about a team now. It's not about individuals anymore. We've moved on from that era now where individuals make a team and they stand out more. It's about a team now. It's about a team, man. Simple.
Big facts. Right, just before we wrap up the video, always got to end on this. Score predictions. What are you feeling for the game? Because I know you're going to be a bit confident.
I'm going, you know what? I got a different energy now. I think the way I've looked at Chelsea at the minute and the way that they've been playing, I'm going to go for 2-1 United, you know. I think we can do this, you know. I genuinely think we can do this. If we can go in there and get a result. Don't get me wrong, Chelsea are a good team, got full of talent, but with our defence, I'm not sure Havertz gets in there. I'm not sure.
Oh, if he guys starts, I'm going to be questioning Paul. I'm not even going to get into that.
Well, there you go. But I'll be honest with you, man. I'm going for a 2-1 victory. I think we can do it.
Oh, I don't blame you. But I think both sides are going just confident. For me, I was going 2-0, 2-1 as well. But we could easily concede because I think our defense has been leaky as hell the last few games. Only been kept savings, but have to see. Guys, it's been yet another brilliant preview as always. You guys already know where to look for Side. If you don't, then you've been living under a rock. But Side, let them know where they can find you anyway.
Yeah, right there, people. Saeed TV. Subscribe to my channel, and yeah, my love for you to having me on. And big up everybody, man. Love. Peace.
Yeah, big up everyone. Let me know your score predictions, your comments on the game down in the description below. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Chelsea Fan TV, Carefree Lewis G, Saeed TV, and we are out.